Hey, how's it going? This is Dave and welcome to my channel. Last week at work, I'm sitting there on my lunch break with a microwaved chicken parm, scrolling through YouTube, and up pops Melinda Murphy with a new video about the brand new Prince Purple Rain limited edition one-step release. And naturally, I hit play. Now, Melinda's story was that Purple Rain is one of her all-time favorite albums. And when the new $100 limited edition audiophile quality release of Purple Rain was available, she ordered it right away. And why not? These one-steps are marketed as the ultimate. Fancy packaging, premium vinyl, supposedly the best possible sound quality, and a much higher than average retail price. But in this episode, Melinda is clear. Now, she loved the packaging, but was sorely let down by the sonic presentation.
It didn't beat my original. My original still sounds better.
Now, meanwhile, Michael Fremer, the grand old critic of audiophile land, had already declared on his tracking angle site that this one step is indeed the best Purple Rain release to date. Of course, Melinda has every right to express her fair opinion of her purchase. And looking at over 600 comments on the video, the vast majority of viewers were supportive. But Melinda did express her surprise that Michael Fremer himself began posting comments disagreeing with her and restating that the new one-step Purple Rain is the best pressing. He was not trolling anyone, per se, but he decided that Melinda's comment section was the ideal and appropriate place to defend his opinion. And however, there was one comment that he posted that did get my goat. He wrote, "A room full of seasoned audiophiles preferred it to the original. Not one preferred the original." Yikes, Michael. That's where you lost me. A room full of seasoned audiophiles? Really? That's how you support your argument? By coincidence, Melinda lives in the same town as I do, so I reached out to her to ask if I could borrow her copy. And as I've never heard a one-step album before. And I was also interested in doing a shootout against my own 1984 U.S. Allied pressing. And Melinda kindly agreed, and she was her usual warm and friendly self when we made the exchange. My primary setup is a Lin LP12 turntable with an Audio-Technica movie call cartridge, and the phono preamp combo is a Hagerman Labs Piccolo Zero trans-impedance head amp into a Parasound Z Phono XRM. I have an Air Acoustics preamp, Orchard Audio monoblock amplifiers, I have Magnepan 1.6X loudspeakers, and the cables are by Synergistic Research. Sorry to interrupt, I'll be very brief. According to my YouTube stats, the vast majority of views on this channel are from non-subscribers, which tell me that my actual subscribers are not being notified when a new episode is available. So if you enjoy this type of content and wish to see more in the future, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so when a new video is up, you'll know about it. Thanks. Now this is Melinda's actual copy, and I agree, the packaging is very nice and clearly premium. But this kind of stuff, this kind of fluff, has never really interested me much. Let's do a little background. Purple Rain was made in 1984, so you get a bit of that 1980 sound, but Prince's records did not and do not sound like anyone else's. His recordings were singularly unique, with his own style of production. Playing the two copies back to back a few times, I arrived at this conclusion. The one step of Purple Rain does provide the listener with everything that was on that master tape. And my initial impression of Let's Go Crazy on side one is that it jumps out with dynamics and vibrancy and detail with impressive instrument separation. And starting off an album with a track titled Let's Go Crazy is genius. However, to me, it serves up the song in a rather clinical and sterile manner. Yes, I can clearly hear each element of the music, but it's just not harmonious enough to my ears. An analogy could be, it's like a photo that's had the sharpening filter turned up a bit too high, which makes the edges between the various tonal values appear too visible, rendering the image to look unnatural in appearance. The 1984 pressing is a different story. All the various elements of the recordings are clearly audible, but there's the intensity and emotion residing in the grooves. Prince's mix is dense, layered, and messy in the best possible way, and that's the point. Like Melinda, I asked my spouse to give them a blind listen, and I'm really glad I did. Now, mind you, my wife Nikki is not a big Prince fan, but she knows When Doves Cry, the first track on side 2. So I put the one step on the turntable first, and she sat there, head tilted, clearly listening intently, and not moving a muscle. Then I switched to the 1984 copy and played the same track. And watching her, I could see her relax a bit and actually started to tap her fingers lightly on the arm of the chair. After only a couple of minutes, she announced, "I can tell you which one I prefer now." And she said that she preferred the second one by a mile, stating it flowed much better, the vocals sounded clearer, and it made me feel like dancing. The first one was choppy, pulled apart, and I definitely could not dance to it. And to me, that says it all. Let me ask Michael Fremer, were any of the seasoned audiophiles in the room women? Or just a bunch of men stroking their beards and nodding at each other in agreement? Like a vinyl lodge meeting where feelings are banned. I don't believe Purple Rain was ever meant to be audiophile. It was meant to sound alive and have a groove. Prince put everything out there. He's being wild, outrageous, and larger than life. And Bernie Grudman's 1984 mastering captured it beautifully. 40 years later, it still holds up. So in conclusion, I fully agree with Melinda. The 2025 Prince Purple Rain limited edition One Step does not deliver on its promise. Save your $100, go find a clean 1980s copy for around $25, drop the needle, and remember why Prince mattered in the first place.